formulated 400 times a day, and it's high quality, good for your health, and it's a price you can't beat. Like you can get 2 liters of this stuff for less than a cent. And then I looked around, a gang of us, and said, why is everybody wanting to drink more and more water out of a plastic bottle? And having done that, they drink it, they pitch it, and all these plastic bottles, 90% of them end up in the environment, in the ocean, and do a lot of harm. So we started OSAC. And we can learn a little bit from our mistakes, what we didn't do right, and in terms of action. We started a group, and we went in and out of city council telling them, you guys are producing this great water, you should promote it more, you should combat the use of single-use plastics more. And they said, yeah, good idea. We did this for 12 years, and we got no results. You know, Einstein once said, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And we said, whoa, we're doing something wrong. And suddenly this year we did something right. And note the characteristics. We got young people involved. We were a bunch of oldies, that was one of our issues. And secondly, for 12 years, we weren't even on the internet. We didn't have any social media. Can you imagine that? Now, that's not good. We then employed Emma Louie, who's with this Council of Canadians, took a time off, and she's working with us on social media. What I learned about social media is that magic doesn't happen by social media. But if you're not on it, people think you're not really credible. They even wonder whether you exist. So we got on social media. But here's the point. By means of various contacts, we got into City Hall at a key meeting and delivered our story, and this is really the turning point. One councillor said, aha, this is important. I'm going to push this. Her name was Catherine McKinney. She's wonderful. So the things that make changes, get the young, get on social media, and keep pushing, and one day you're going to hit the right button, and things change. So we finally got City Hall to say, we're going to ban all single-use plastics in all municipal buildings as soon as the existing contracts expire. That's the first thing. The people promoting their good water is going to really get serious about telling the good story. The second thing is, though, we want to get the story out larger. We want to reach the public. We want to get through the media. We want to get through to the general public. And that's what this rally on Friday was all about. It was a great rally. There was some great street theater. There was some really good speeches. And we got the point across. So that's the good news. The bad news is we didn't make the breakthrough in the media yet. That's what we have to do. We want to change this thing. We have to break through the media and wake up people, and we're still working on that. Now, I'm going to be very brief on this, so I'm going to tell you our next step is a thing called the Blue W Project. Who's heard of the Blue W Project? Hey, a few. It's basically a system where you go into a shop that has a tap, it could be a cafe or a restaurant, and say, would you be willing, if a person came in with a reusable container, to give them free tap water, which is excellent water? And if they say yes, and they agree to do that with every customer that comes in, we put a big blue W on their window, and in fact, they become a virtual water fountain. The water fountains are disappearing, so we got to replace them with something. And that is stores cooperating with big blue W's. We're going to work on that. The founder of this, Evan Pilkington, is sitting back there, smiling away. And we're going to meet in about a week and try and kickstart this program. If we could get a significant number of stores with this blue W on every front, and people know that, they can go downtown with their reusable bottle and get it filled up anywhere within a few hundred meters, then we will have to start to turn the table on the growth of single-use plastic. Unfortunately, single-use plastics worldwide still going up. In 1 minute, we sell 1 million single-use plastic bottles. And then 90% of them are thrown in the ocean and the other places, and the fish and the whales and the albatrosses eat them. There's a big problem here. If we could just reach the tipping point, like they did with smoking, and say, down it goes. If we could just change it so I'm drinking bottled water, and hey, I'm cool, man, I got my bottle of water with me, and change that to, am I ever a fool? I'm drinking this great tap water, refined and modified a little bit, out of this plastic bottle. Change it from I'm cool to I'm a fool, then with one. And the curve starts going down. That's our goal. And books, let me end up with books like Maude is writing, 19. Wow, I'm in the presence of a very wide-ranging author here. If we can get first into the minds of people and then into their actions, we will turn this thing around and make the world a better place. And with that, I want to turn it over to Maude.